The population is increasing by 83 million people each year, but the Earth isn't getting any larger. So, how do we produce enough food for the growing population and to make sure that everyone's fed? Well, it starts here in the field, where farmers work constantly to produce enough food for the growing population. For thousands of years, farmers have picked the biggest and the best crops from that year's harvest to plant the following year. But this method takes a long time to produce the types of resilient crops that we need. So, let's go find out how science can help speed things up.
Alright, we made it. We're here in the laboratory greenhouse, where we can control the light, the temperature, and even the humidity, and convince these plants that it's any growing season anywhere in the world. Scientists have spent years trying to figure out what inside of the plant is causing it to get bigger or smaller or have different colors or flavors. All of these characteristics or phenotypes are controlled by the plant's DNA. Just like a cookbook full of recipes, the genome of a plant carries all of the different genes that tell the plant what to do, what to make, and how to behave. Scientists have found the genes inside of the plants that help determine how they grow in different environments. So all of those traditional breeding methods that are done by the farmers in the field, scientists can understand what is actually happening inside of the genome. And now they can directly change those genes and speed up the process quite a bit. When scientists change the genes of a plant directly, they're actually modifying its genome. And we call this plant a genetically modified organism, or GMO. We can even take the DNA out of one plant and put it into a totally different plant. So, could we make glowing corn? Probably, but really what we want to do is create crops that can keep growing even in a changing environment. So, for example, we could take the genes out of a plant that grows in the desert and we can put them into a tomato plant. And that way, even the summers start getting warmer, that tomato plant can keep on growing.
So, what you're saying is that we use science to help increase food production and feed the growing population.
Or